on UConn Huskies Unleashed. They've beaten everyone they had to get here.
You've got to play at a different level.
Tonight, the UConn women face Creighton on their quest for a 23rd Big East championship.
I try not to overthink it. I just look at it as any other game. I'm never taking a game for granted in this conference, in this league.
This is UConn Huskies Unleashed, sponsored on the Wax by the Connecticut personal injury law firm of Riscassi and Davis.
We're coming to you live on the Wax and UConn Plus, a special edition of UConn Huskies Unleashed before the UConn women take on Creighton for the Big East Championship. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Zone.
And thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Erin Connolly, and we are very lucky to be joined by legendary UConn women's basketball star, Olympic gold medalist, and Hall of Famer, Kara Walters. Kara, it is a true honor to have you with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Lots to talk about. Favorite time of the year, that's for sure.
So you've been following and analyzing UConn women's basketball for years, so let's get right to it. UConn and Creighton, they've played twice this year. UConn won both games pretty easily. What can we expect tonight?
Well, I think this is a very good Creighton team. It's very hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. This is a good team, as we've seen. I think sometimes people don't realize how good teams are when they play against UConn, but this Creighton team did give UConn a run for its money. It was the lowest point game that they had differential of any of the teams that they played. So
and that was the first time they played.
This is the first time they played. This is a very well-coached team, very experienced team, right? 4 of their players, seniors, a lot of experience, and I think that combination, this is not a walk in the park typical Big East game. This is for the Big East Championship. The vibes are different, the feelings as a player are different, so there's a lot of things different than just your typical game.
I mean, you talk about beating a team 3 times. That was even evident yesterday, Villanova. Remember, Villanova came out a little quicker yesterday.
Yeah.
UConn had to play from behind. So Gino talked about it. You've talked about it. Hard to beat a team 3 times in one season.
Yeah, I mean, and that advantage actually goes to Creighton. Often people are like, oh, maybe it's you're used to beating them and you're going to beat them again. That's not necessarily the case. I think the advantage goes to Creighton because A, they have nothing to lose, and B, they've learned a lot about what they have to do to play against UConn. I mean, UConn's a tough defensive team, so how do you score against a team like UConn? Well, I think playing against them a couple times makes you realize that, okay, we've been beat, but we've hung with them, and that we're capable of playing at this level. So I think the advantage goes to Creighton as far as how many times they've played each other.
You've been in the locker room with Gino Auriemma many times during your career. What is he saying to the team tonight on a night like this?
Well, the thing that Gino does is he compartmentalizes things, right? There's different chunks to the season. It's different chapters. So the first chapter they closed. They beat Creighton, actually, which is funny that they beat Creighton in the regular season to outright win the Big East. Now they have to tackle Creighton again to win the Big East tournament. So he talks about, and he will be in the locker room talking about, okay, this is our second chapter. We succeeded winning the Big East regular season. Now it's time to go out there and win the conference.